GM everyone, welcome back to another GC Crypto episode. Good to be back, guys. Apologies, well, not even apologies, just doing it at a different time today. Definitely good to have a little bit of a break this morning. I know Craig's traveled over to New Zealand today as well. I did a bit of traveling, caught up with a good friend of mine who I hadn't seen for a while. Knowing that I might sort of run a stream this afternoon to see potentially if this is a better time just to run some new streams and stuff. But guys, obviously GM to Europeans might be the first time we get some European love at this time of the day as well. But if not, GM to everyone else around the world as well. And good afternoon to my fellow Australians as well in the crypto space. The market is pumped, guys. So we'll be looking at that in a moment's time as well. But GM, guys, hope you're doing well. And let me know if you're here in the comments section. Appreciate it as well. Let me just sort some things out behind the scenes, making sure everything's working. Yeah, okay. Got some tweets going out shortly as well. All right, let me just stop the screen sharing for a sec as well, guys. But obviously, massive shout out to Craig, who has gone on a little hiatus for a bit. He's over in New Zealand now with his family, having a good time, and the market is pumped. So maybe Craig needs to travel more often because that means that the market can actually pump. I think potentially that could be a good show if he keeps on going away and the market likes to pump. So we'll be obviously diving in some tokens as well today, guys. So shield me any tokens you want in the description, and I will go through and have a look at them as well. So GM to everyone who is new here as well. Thanks for tuning in. All right, guys. So before we obviously kick this off, massive shout out to our two partners, OKX and Yeet. I'm gonna have to mute this tab. Goodness me. All right, there we go. Now we're talking. All right. OKX. Let me pull that bad boy up. Here we go. All right, so massive shout out to OKX, guys. One of the safest exchanges listed in crypto. We're partnered with them for a while now. You can come on here and trade spot very easily, guys. Here it is on the screen. GM Pengu Supreme. We'll look at Pengu Legend. We'll look at Pengu. Here it is on the screen, guys. If you're keen to sign up, I've been trading on here for now a while. My DCAs are around that $86,000 price, I think, is my daily cost basis here during this current little bit of accumulation phase that we had where fear went pretty crazy. So yeah, bought a bit of Bitcoin, obviously on OKX. They have self-managed super fund. They also have earning on-chain, yearning or yield and stuff on their platform. So you can sign up down below, do $1,000 of volume. You get 75 bucks for free. Really nice pump. Okay, we're back at the yearly open. Can't wait to look at that in a minute's time as well. Don't worry, Supreme. We'll be looking at Pengu, guys. So shill any tokens that you guys have in the description, and I can definitely start to look at them as well. And obviously, a shout out to our second partners as well over at Yeet. It's great to obviously partner with them, and yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on who does volume. I know they haven't updated it, even though the new month is in. They're all busy at the Rect Invitational at the moment, so we'll be keeping an eye on who's doing volume this week. Don't forget, the more volume we do, the more money we can give away, guys. And they have a 40% community airdrop in the near future as well. All right, let's go over to the crypto market. Enclaves, GM Legend, or good afternoon to you, mate. We haven't missed. We just did the intro, so we're about to look at some charts. So, guys, shill any charts you want me to check out. They could be as degenerate as anything, and I'll take a look at them as well. Lovely to see green across the board today. Lovely to see green across the board. Definitely on brand. I actually bought some crypto yesterday and shared that in GTG as well. So, bought the dip and nailed that, but I want to see. It's all about where we come in now, the strength. Okay, I know I'm having an afternoon coffee. It's 4:15 in the afternoon, and I'm having a coffee. So, got to keep the energy up. Got to keep the energy up. But yeah, obviously, there's a pivotal level here on the weekly. We want to be making sure we can close back above this level. Probably, well, you need to close above 3.04 trillion in my eyes to really regain that strength over the next week. So that's really good to see as well. But BTC nearly back at $84,000. I'm still very much in the camp of a lower high. Where does that lower high come in? Does it go to 103? Does it go to 108? Do we get all the way back up to these highs at 115? Do we get stuck at 98? We'll wait and see what happens. But I don't know. Maybe we consolidate in a pattern like this for a while, and then we actually have a huge breakout next year or 2027. Who knows? But I definitely didn't mind buying Bitcoin in the 80K range. I think that was not a bad bet. Now, ultimately, okay, maybe we get something like this where you get a really little short bounce like this, or a bigger, larger extended bounce over the course of a couple of months, for example, like this. Okay, maybe that happens. Okay, But ultimately, I'm happy to buy anytime we have a big dip. Okay, I'm happy to accumulate Bitcoin, and who knows? Maybe we do put in a new all-time high. Maybe it's something like this where we go down. Okay, we have technically held structure here. Okay, high or low. Okay, but it's obviously it's the next high. If the next high isn't a new all-time high, then technically speaking, let me just check I'm on the right mark. I am on the right mark. Technically speaking, that's a change of structure, right? You've had higher lows coming through, but then you've had higher highs. And if this next high comes anywhere in here, okay, that is technically a lower high. And that is the first sign of a potential trend shift where we've had higher highs for multiple years now and higher lows. So right now, structure is still holding here. Love to see it bounce exactly off the 382. A lot of strength here. Again, a reason I decided to buy some last week and a little bit obviously yesterday as well. And then obviously we bounced from the 786 as well. So you got fib confluence here. So traditionally in a really strong bull market, you can see a correction to about the 382 or the 236, which I think is up here somewhere. Um, Anytime you bounce from shallow fibs, it often means the trend is strong. So potentially we could see a really nice reversal up here. We just got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. There's a lot of resistance above, a lot of sell pressure still probably ahead as well. And a lot of people I know might be looking to sell the complacency bounce up into this vicinity. So who knows? Maybe we reject from here and actually go lower, and then we do something like this as well. We'll just see what price does. I know I've been bearish for a while, but there's a reason I was being bearish. We've been overextended on high time frames for a while. The weekly is nearly coming in towards a bottom here, but we're still about $3,000 away from the pivot. So maybe next week we get a chance at a really nice reversal here as well. Our volatility looks to be expanding, so maybe we get a bit of an aggressive move. Who knows? We'll wait and see what price does. Short term, I didn't mind buying some here in the hope to obviously swing trade it higher. I'm happy to hold those tokens potentially long term if need be as well. We'll look at Sol, we'll look at Pengu. Any other tokens, guys, let me know in the comments section down below and we can look at it. Guys, if you're new here, drop a follow, drop a sub. We very much appreciate it here at GC Crypto. We're live every day. We're live every day. All right, so if we have a look, really nice reaction here. Love to see it. We obviously have the yearly open as well. Let me go to Bybit just because this is actually the chart that I trade on. But if we have a look here, okay, Bybit technically is not the index. So the pivot for Bybit is 100K before we do see the weekly stochastic start to maybe reverse. So a little bit of work to go. If we zoom in a little bit closer, okay, let me just get rid of some fibs here as well. The yearly open, we are pretty much at the yearly open right now, attempting a potential break above this. So that would be really bullish. If we can get above the golden pocket of this swing range and above the yearly open, that is very healthy. Very, 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 very healthy for crypto to at least challenge the 100K level again, if not back to 107, in my opinion, as well. Let me just pull up Twitter behind the scenes. So yeah, a big week ahead. Big week ahead. Now, obviously, we have seen quantitative easing, and I put a reel up yesterday, guys. So go follow me on Instagram, Greeny Trades on Instagram. I'm trying to do daily content in a range of different ways. But I put a reel up yesterday saying that quantitative tightening has ended for the first time in years. Naturally, that does help a lot of people at least feel as though liquidity should be better. Obviously, rates should come down, etc., etc. All of these sort of bullish catalysts. Whether that actually translates to what actually happens, we'll wait and see what happens. But I released this time sensitively. You actually still could have bought Bitcoin at 87, Solana at 126, ETH at 2.6, literally when I released this video. So pays to pay attention on several forms of socials if you do want to pay attention to obviously some of the news. But let's go back to the BTC chart. But yeah, as I said, you want to get above this swing range. So the fib from the low to the current high. We're at the golden pocket now. So potentially an area that we might see a bit of resistance. We'll wait and see what actually happens. We obviously have we have an FEG up here as well, I suppose, on the daily. If we start to draw out some key levels, we've got an FEG there. Where else do we have FEG? No, everything else is pretty covered. Yeah, so I mean, that could be a target. 96 to 97 as well could be a target. But obviously the psychological 0.5 at 100K probably remains the area of my high time frame interest, okay? More than likely, we probably reject from there, and maybe we set a higher low from the golden pocket, and then we attempt a move back to 108 is what I would like to see. But obviously, within this whole trend, okay, let me clean this up a little bit. You know what? Let's move the yearly open a little bit as well. So the yearly open's about there. You go to FEG, but basically you're breaking above this trend. Okay, so not only now on high time frames are we starting to put in a macro higher low. Okay, from this low, macro higher low, love to see it. But you've got higher lows on low time frames. You've got higher highs. So this is definitely a shift of structure here. It's just, is this a rejection from this level? And then we actually do go back down to 85? or can we break above this and start to challenge that 100K region? That's what price will be showing us sort of in the coming hours, if not the coming weeks. So if I just move that over a little bit more so it's a bit more friendly for us as well. So you still have this overhead resistance, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, and obviously the fifth iteration will be coming in sooner rather than later. Again, if that aligns with this FVG, okay, if we can't hold the golden pocket, there's a lot of confluence here. You got the yearly OPE, as I said, so a massive pivotal level for us to be watching what actually happens. Basically, probably in the coming day or so. Heading into the weekend, as you can see, stochastic as well on the daily is starting to reach closer to the top here. So again, we'll wait and see what actually happens. Whether we can move up a little bit higher, we'll wait and see. So let me just keep my fluids up today. Played a bit of golf today, so I'm a little bit dehydrated. All right, so we have a look. 143 for Sol. Great to see. ETH back over 3K, which is crazy. It's up. Well, yeah, it's up like $500. That's nuts. And obviously BTC is up about $6,000-7,000 as well. Really strong reaction here. So yeah, still a lot to go here. The 3-day again. This is the reason I was happy to buy some DCA into BTC, ETH, and Solana as well. As the 3-day was bottoming. Okay, we're well above the pivot. So naturally, where can price go? Well, likely upwards, right? So that's why I was, again, this is why you use confluence of indicators and you look for a lot of strength. Okay, as I said before, not only was this 786 aligned with the entire range of the 382. Okay, back here, this is the 382 bounce, but it was the 786 and then the higher low here. That was it for me. I was like, okay, sweet. I wish I was long. I'm not long currently. I just bought spot because I've been a little bit more on the conservative side more recently as well. Again, that's for IRL circumstances. But yeah, really nice reaction. Let's see what happens in the coming days. A lot of confluence here for potential reversal, but obviously a lot of confluence here for potential resistance as well. So we'll wait and see what actually happens as well. What's up, Bricks? Good to see you here on the channel, guys. Guys, if you're new here, drop a follow, drop a sub. Appreciate all the support. That's not the ETH chart. I want this ETH chart. All right. Okay, so here's the ETH chart. Okay, so let's analyze this. So we have the low to the current high. Okay, we obviously are bouncing from the 0.5, which is basically the 0.5 of the line that I've got drawn here. Let's have a look at the swing. So this is the swing to the swing. Okay, we bounce exactly off the golden pocket again. So another reason I was happy to buy some ETH. Okay, you had the higher low here, as I said, off the 0.5 of the entire range. You also had the confluence here of bouncing off a higher low off the golden pocket. So again, where can we go? We're bottomed out here on stochastic on the 3-day. We're well above the pivot. Where's the daily? The daily's starting to pump already. The weekly still has a little bit lower before we start to see it. But again, this is starting to show me that maybe the 3-day is front running this move as a high time frame trade. Even similarly here, okay, you've got overhead resistance, okay, that's coming in. We'll wait and see what actually happens in the coming days, maybe the coming week, and see whether we can start to break out back towards that 3.5K region. Again, I was happy to buy. I bought a Moonbird the other day because I was like, you know what? At $5,000, a Moonbird seems pretty good. As a hedge on ETH as well. Happy still holding my Pudgy Penguin. They're back at 17K as well. So I did buy a little bit of spot ETH yesterday as well. So, I mean, yeah, really nice trade. But again, we'll wait and see what actually happens in the coming days. So ETH looks all right here as well. Probably, let's have a look. Hold on. Let's have a look at ETH BTC. Yeah, look, it's still holding on here. This is the reason I'm happy to hold more ETH-based assets right now is because it's still holding on here. So what I want to see is a nice breakout here. I want to see this hold here, this retest here on ETH versus BTC. And I want to see this move up to the 618. Okay. That shows me that ETH is going to outperform BTC by about 40%. Okay. 40%. And that's where I get really interested to hold these NFTs, trade these ETH-based assets as well. Okay. And hodl ETH compared to BTC at this point in the cycle. Now, what actually happens up here? Who knows? Okay. There's a lot of obviously, again, I mean, we have a high up here. We have had previous highs up here. So it'd be interesting to see what actually happens there. BTC dominance still back up and pushing higher. So if anything, this rally seems to be dominant around probably the majors more often. But I mean, if we have a look at total 3 as well, another higher low here. So are we going to get a little bit of an altcoin season? I've said it for a while. It looks good. I think we could actually see it. We'll just wait and see. But yeah, I want to see this breaking higher here. Okay, let's have a look at structure. We are just holding the current little low here at about 3.31. Okay, this is total 3. Well, altcoins only minus stables, BTC and ETH. So this is arguably the best interpretation of all altcoins outside of ETH, and how strong they are. And I mean, you got a high low here, so you want to see a breakout high. You want to see a breakout high from this. And total crypto market cap, as I said before, is a crucial level, a crucial weekly close coming in here very, very soon. All right. Let's go back to Solana. Okay, so Solana, like again, my risk basis here was pretty sweet, right? I was like, you know what, like Solana's here. I got in at 126, so I got in here. I was like, you know what, this is very clean. If we trade even back to say like the again, this I didn't long it. You know what? In hindsight, I'm an idiot. I should have longed all these trades, but I didn't. It is what it is. Now, even if we trade back to say the point 0.5 of this entire range, which is about $190, which has arguably been a very important level that like since what? What's this? March, February 2024 for Solana. Okay. We rejected multiple times, held it as support multiple times. Okay, held as support, rejected, rejected. Okay, so that 190 level is massive for Solana. So I was like, you know what? This seems like a very safe bet. And I mean, if you had your stop loss on spot, even at this low from April, so the tariff dip, it's still a 1.7 R&R for spot. I will take that any day of the week, right? Now, if you want to be more aggressive and hold the key level, which is around that 120, okay, 119 level, then your R&R starts to get really nice. It's a 4.7 R&R, okay, from this low. And again, why did I take the low? Because we had a higher low here, okay, higher low here. How far did we come back from this low? Let's have a look, okay. We bounced exactly same again, very similar to BTC, 786. We bounced from it, had the higher low there as well. Love to see it. Okay. That was why I was happy to buy that. And that turns out to be a 4.7 RNR. What about just back to the 0.25? Okay, it's nearly a 2 RNR, just back to the to the 0.25 of the entire range, which actually aligns really nicely with the 618 at 155. Again, if you want to learn these sort of things, you want to follow people who are doing this every single day, join us in GTG. Okay, we it's a trading community. It's going to be a trading academy moving forward, really focusing on the educational side. And hopefully we can start to educate some of you guys in this industry. And we've educated a lot of people over the past 2.5 years, Supreme being one of them. He's been in the group for a long time. And I think a few other people might be in there as well in the chat. Emmanuel, GM legend. John, I don't know. You got multiple names in your name, but Emmanuel, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Long Sol yesterday, Bricks. Congrats, mate. What a long. Very nice. XBL. Not sure about XBL. It's showing a lot of weakness compared to other tokens, but we'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at it. Here we go. So XBL, yeah, see, it's going down towards the down. So I just want to show you that as well. But we'll dive into some tokens now as well. Again, it's always hard. These new airdrops are very interesting. They're very interesting for me because you just don't know where the bottom is. Whereas price action on like Sol, BTC, ETH, a lot easier to trade because you have high time frame confluence around levels that obviously you can trade based on history, right? So that's always good to see. So XBL. All right. So back to Sol. Yeah, really nice level again. So we're up really nice already. I mean, I can move my stop loss to break even on spot and be pretty happy. What I want to see Sol, what I want to see happen with Sol is actually get above this key level now as well. So pretty clear top of a range, little low time frame range here at about 144. Get above this, and then that shows me a bit of confidence that we could start to push back towards 156, 155-ish. Now, actually, I have a short open. Let's have a look. Let me check. All right, then we'll move on to some of the other tokens, guys. Oh my god, I'm having mad hay fever, I reckon. Hey, right now it's crazy how much hay fever I'm having. Just gonna check my Sol short. Yeah, here we go. All right. I don't want the 1 week, I want the 1 day chart. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay. So stop loss is above these highs. Yeah, we'll go there. Cool. All right, stop loss. All right, sweet. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to look for a short here, but it is a risky trade. It is a risky trade. It is a risky trade. What are we looking at? The daily 138. Yeah, we're well above that. 12 hour. Yeah, we're well above that. Honestly, I probably should de-risk this short a little bit, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see how it plays out. That's trading. You got to hold the positions. All right. So Hyperliquid, really nice reaction here. Same again, higher low. Okay, higher low structurally on the candle closure side. Okay, as you can see, at the bottom of a range that it's held for a long time. So yeah, bottom of the range here. Didn't quite get 26 to 28. That's where I was really interested. I still think it will trade back towards this area. It's just, do we get a rally first, lower high again? Okay, lower high again, and then we continue down to this area after. That's, again, what I'm thinking. So, again, not really a clean chart anymore. Okay, this used to be a very clean chart, but arguably it's not a very clean chart anymore. That's definitely a range low. You could say this is a deviation or a whatever you call it above distribution, above with clear rejections multiple times. So, yeah, this is probably a range for Hyperliquid. It looks pretty weak. Same again, though, you've got a clear resistance overhead that you could potentially see a breakout higher. If we look at Stochastic, 3 days, still got a bit of pressure downside. Daily still, yeah, no, we're above it now. 5 days still coming down. Weekly still coming down. So, yeah, my bias is maybe Hyperliquid attempts to move back to 36, but I feel like it could be a lower high. I feel like it could be a lower high, and then we start to break back below. So yeah, high time frame. Watch this breakout. Who knows? Maybe we push 39, then we break down. Let's watch and see. Let's watch and see. All right, over to Pengu. Pengu was the first one mentioned by Supreme, so I'll have a look at it in a moment's time. All right, Pengu, Pengu, Pengu. I got a whole list here. I need to fix up my whole list on trading view. All right, here we go. All right, so Pengu is reclaimed. See, the issue I still have with Pengu is that it hasn't changed bullish structure yet. Technically, you've got, dude, this hay fever is getting me. I can't even breathe out my nose. Goodness me. Oh, what you got here is a lower low. So then if I see a lower low on price, I want to see, well, do we actually have any bullish structure with RSI? Okay, so let's have a look. So 3-day, not really. Let me pull out actual RSI. All right. Now, do we have any bullish structure here? Okay. Well, yes. Okay. You actually do have bullish divergence. All right. So what you got here? Let's have a lesson here. All right. Let's zoom in so you guys can see. All right. So I'm here on the daily chart. So despite this being a structure of still lower lows and technically lower highs, it is now potentially a structure break because you've got higher high here. It would then be, okay, give me that lower high, that higher low. And I'll be very interested because then that is definitely a structure break. You've now reclaimed the 886 as well. What we like to trade is and look for as well is just bullish divergences. Okay, so what that is basically where price. Let me turn off the moving average. So what you're looking for here? Let me make it a bit brighter for you guys as well. There you go. That's a bit easier to see. Okay, now you guys can see it nice and easy. Okay, so what you're looking for here, if it might not give you the structure break where on BTC, for example, it was price came in. Okay, it then had a higher low, okay? And that shows you sometimes, okay, that structure's already breaking just purely on price. Okay, as you can see here on Pengu, it has the lower low, okay? So therefore, you're looking for a structure change in RSI. And that's what we call a bullish divergence, right? And so what you actually get then is a reversal of a trend, okay? And hence why you get this real aggressive candle, all right? Whereas, as you can see here, we've got lower lows, and you've got lower lows, lower lows. So that's not a bullish divergence. And here you have a bullish divergence where there's a divergence between price action where it did a lower low and a higher low in RSI. And often you can take a trade based on that if you capture, obviously, this initial trade here. So really good reaction to see that. What I said now is obviously I would want to see a market structure change. So I want to see that higher low coming basically taking, I probably would want to see it actually above that 0.01, okay, to hold that low there. And obviously, and hold this. But I mean, we can hunt liquidity as well. That's the thing. Like, who knows? Maybe BTC rejects from certain levels, the yearly open, we don't know. And maybe we all get a sweep before we actually go higher again. Maybe we do get that higher low on Pengu. We'll wait and see what price does in the coming days. Again, a lot of people are going to be sidelined and a lot of people are going to be looking. Maybe people will start to FOMO into price here at these levels. Not specifically Pengu, but just in general in markets. That's just how it works emotionally. But as you can see, we have reclaimed the 886. So I do like seeing that. Weekly doesn't seem bottom just yet, but we're getting close. Okay. So am I interested in Pengu? Well, not really, because I own my Pudgy Penguin. Okay. As I said, we have time. That's the other thing that we can have a look at. No matter how you want to draw your resistance line, let's go with more touches here on candle bodies. Okay, you still have time. So this could go all the way up here and set a higher low and do something like this. And it could be January before we start to see a breakout. So in my opinion, I'm happy. I would rather see strength. I'd rather see this. Give me that high low. Give me a clean high low off the 886 after going up here and doing something like that would be ideal. But maybe we don't get that cleaner price action, but we still have time. Okay, you still got time here on the weekly to potentially see a rally, higher. Okay, and that's the thing. You want to see a rally higher out of a breakout trade from this sort of level. All right. Let's catch you up on chat. So Brick says, I don't know if you're trading meme coins right now. I haven't traditionally been trading them more recently, but I can have a look at it. Bullish. We'll have a look. Okay, we'll have a look at bullish later in the app. Let me pull it up. So I remember to have a look. All right. So yeah, I want to see what happens here with Pengu. Okay. We look at Asta. That was another request. Asta. All right. Let's go lower time frames because we don't have a lot. So daily here. Okay. So daily is held up. This just shows me that there's clear buying interest at that 0.95 level. Now, the interesting thing is that we have seen a switch here in the stochastic momentum. We are above the pivot. So naturally that means that price probably is going to break out higher. Okay. You've got resistance break above as well. You've got a nice retest of 786 plus good buying pressure here with the candle, which is actually a higher low as well from that low as well. So yeah, this looks like it'll push back towards that 66618 as long as the rest of the market holds up as well. Again, not the cleanest of charts. You could probably say now this is probably pretty valid from the current highs as well. So this could be a high time frame breakout as well. That might interest me. Again, particularly daily stochastic bottomed out as well. The issue is 3 days isn't bottomed. 5 day hasn't. I mean, there's not enough history on price as well. So again, it is harder trading newer tokens because they don't give you that confluence of obviously price history that you get in majors. But yeah, I'm watching this level as a key potential breakout after we broke out from this low time frame range. Okay, you got that low time frame range above resistance breakout, which is great to see. All right, we looked at Sol, we looked at ASO, we looked at Pengu, we looked at XBL. I mean, XBL, I'm not really interested in it. I don't know if I have it on my list. I don't think I do, but we can have a look at it. That's spot. But yeah, basically, let me add it here. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's on my list for me to check in future. Okay, so basically what you got here is it's always so hard, man. Like, because the best ways to draw this is probably just from zero, because then we actually know, well, that's entirely price history. I mean, it looks like it wants to break above this potentially here, but you still got this descending wedge, right? Again, let's look for bullish divergence. Do we have any bullish divergence? Let's have a look. We got a lower low. We don't necessarily have it yet, but you've got a lower low in price. You might technically have a higher high in or a higher low, sorry, in RSI divergence. Not as clean as the Pengu one, and not see the difference here as well. It's at the 34 percentile, so higher up in the whole area of RSI. Whereas the Pengu one had it down the bottom. That's the other thing you want to be trying to get into when RSI is oversold. That's always a stronger indicator. So yeah, I mean, look, XPL. I think there's better opportunities out there. Again, its ecosystem could be doing good. Who knows? We'll wait and see where this breaks out. Again, a high time frame thing. A lot of charts are looking like this, where they've consolidated for a long period of time. Okay, starting to come to a point where we at least will get some form of reaction. We'll just got to wait and see. Okay, so let's draw from this high to the current lows. Obviously, some high time frame levels that we could be. Oh, that's the wrong one. I wanted to delete this one. Um, yeah, I mean, we could see a break towards 0.32 if we do start to see these lows hold and a push higher. But again, I'm not really interested in this one. Not really. All right. Pricey. Greeny, I'm looking at charts. I'm looking for charts that have hit bottom of a range and filled the October 10 crash. I mean, the issue with the October 10 crash is that liquidity was pulled. So technically price went to levels where normal liquidity isn't. So it's hard to really say that you should fill that wick. It is always good to fill a wick. Like I'm pretty sure, well, BTC obviously filled the wick, right? We filled the wick. I mean, ages ago. We filled the wick ages ago. It's things like Sui where you might not fill the wick, right? You might not fill this wick because liquidity just wasn't here. So naturally, like there was no yeah, it was crazy. You had to have manual buyers stepping in at these sort of prices, right? So again, like how low do we go? Who knows? It is hard to say with these sort of charts. Like you want to be finding bottom out charts. See, I mean, that's why like something like this, right? Where Hyperliquid is at the bottom of the range, but it looks really weak, okay? Because stochastic is still coming down, okay? It had a long attempt in this range. It looks like it wants to head lower, okay? So you could argue that you've got a whole time frame here where you've got resistance from basically the high of 18th of September, and now you've got these lows kind of forming here. So you could say that this is our bullish wedge continuing, maybe, but it just looks like it looks like not a good chart, okay? If you look at it from this standpoint as well, okay, when you break structure, and I mean, Zcash is a good example of this too. But when you break structure, right, that historically is not a good thing, and that's what happened to Solana. It's happened now to Hyperliquid. Basically, structure is this, right, where you have it's support, support, support until it no longer is support. You then have this retest. That's bearish right there. I mean, I should have shorted. I should have been looking at this. I was too bullish on hype based on revenue models and stuff, but I did short this high from a range play. Like I range shorted this from the top here rather than looking at the high time frame. This is why looking at high time frames is always alpha, all right? But as you can see here, you've got basically a rejection from these wicks here multiple times. You then had that lower high where it then lost support, okay? That now is resistance and confirmation of that with a lower high. Where does the trend start to come in? You probably start to draw it from the lows, and you start to think, well, inevitably, it looks like it probably is heading to 26, 28. So buying the bottom of a range might not necessarily be the best play. So this would technically be the bottom of a range price, is what I'm trying to allude. Okay. So there's a lot that goes into my decisions always. And there's more than just one specific strategy that can work. Okay. I'm trying to think of something that's at the bottom of a range. I mean, Solana, like we spoke about earlier, right? Solana was technically at the bottom of a range, right? If I remove this, Solana was technically down here at 126. I got in. So I was like, well, it hasn't officially hit this, but it obviously tapped this liquidity. It has taken out that liquidity, obviously, of the 10th of the 10th. I was like, like what's like $5 in the scheme of things, okay? And that's why everyone like this is the emotional side of trading too. Don't get me wrong, we could easily like Sol could reject from this level and go back down, retest it, okay? Like, don't get me wrong, but everyone's always so greedy for lower when price is already low. And everyone's so greedy for higher, okay, when price is already quite high. And that's if you do the opposite, that's how you win. Okay, that's how you win longer term. But similar to what we just described with hyperliquid, you have that rejection here, right? Where it's a lower high, okay, but previous support that held for multiple years is now resistance. Even though price went way up here, it is resistance. You have confirmation of that with the lower high here, okay, on the 4th of October. And the rest is history. It goes down to the downside. So where do you prefer to buy? I prefer to buy down here. All right. And so yeah, basically from this high even alone. So I bought at a 47% discount. Okay. And I'm happy to buy that with a clear invalidation. Probably below 100 is probably where I start to really worry about. 105 probably. So I hope that answers your question, pricing. Yeah, look, and to follow up that second part that you asked, is it a bad strategy? Am I chasing weaker assets when I should be looking for things that have held up better? Yeah, you do. Like what bounced the hardest is always strong. Like, I mean, like Rect looks really good, to be honest. Rect looks really good. It obviously bounced, it broke out, it bounced off its breakout. Okay. It bounced exactly off a retest here. Had a higher low technically still from this low here. It's just, can we push this high and does volume come in and take this back towards the 618? So yeah, you want to be looking for strength. Okay. And there's, I mean, like the thing is, this is still down. Like this is still down. Don't get me wrong. It's still down 75%, but it's only down 75% when other shit. I don't even know how much bonk is down, but like stuff like this, right? A full big on project is down 83%. When something like Farcoin, right, which actually doesn't look too bad, but again, similar structure. Like this is down like 98%, 93% or something. I can't remember. It's down 87%, but it was down 93%, right? So yeah, you do want to look for strength. But again, what is strength? Is it fundamentals? Is it technicals? Um, Hyperliquid has a really good like ecosystem, but if you look at Pump Fun as well, like it looks like it wants to break out here. So I'm long on Pump Fun at the moment. Really nice trade there. It's the only long I'm currently in. Stop loss to break even. So laughing. But even this, like they've been pumping 200 million into this as token buybacks, and it's only just showing a little bit of strength, right? So I mean, volume as well. There's not much volume coming in, so it's interesting. It's just interesting. If crypto's in a very interesting space right now. And now that quantitative tightening has ended, well, yeah, we'll wait and see. Like, does all this liquidity and stuff work? And like, but again, like some things are up 5%, they're still down. Virtuals is up 5%, but it's still down. Like, it's still down historically 80% from the highs, right? So, yeah, it's interesting. It's just an interesting time. ENA, again, this out of the breakout, set a higher low and is attempting a breakout high. But like, again, this chart still looks pretty shit. So, Jupiter made new all-time lows. So, I mean, like, yeah, dude, AVAX looks horrendous. It's making lower lows as well and still lower highs. So, yeah, it's hard to, like, honestly, this is why I'm sticking to the top three at the moment. At this late in the bull run, I'm sticking to the top three, trading them specifically. And unless I see a trade like Pump Fund, right, where it's clear it's going to be breaking out, it still has good narrative. They still have a good business model. They've still got token buybacks. It's holding key levels technically. They're the sort of trades I'm looking for. Crypto, yeah, bro. Or Cyro. Cryo, yeah, whatever. Kryros, whatever. Yeah, I know. I say legend all the time. I mean, a legend's nicer than buddy or champ or mate. Mate always gets said in Australia. So I don't know. I don't mind legend. I think legend's all right. Bricks, thanks for the follow on kick as well. Appreciate it, legend. Appreciate it. I just said legend again. Need to learn not to. Oh, dude, this hay fever is killing me. All right, it's going to be a shorter stream today, but that's 36 minutes already. But let me know if there's any specific tokens you want me to look at, guys. Let me know. Let me know. Need to record some Instagrams later, but Instagram, some reels. Yeah, I mean, look, bullish. I don't know. I've literally seen this meme multiple times all cycle. It's just, I don't know. If you capture something like this, right, where you have a pullback, okay, on a high time frame, you see a double bottom off the point 0.5, okay, off the 618 or the 786, wherever it comes in, okay, wherever it comes in, wherever you see that price action come in and hold, that's the sort of trade I look for, okay, where it's clear you have stop loss below and you can take the breakout trade. Right now, it's probably still lower highs. I mean, I'm not just interested. I'm not really interested in bullish here. I'm not really interested. Okay. It could go higher. Don't get me wrong. Good luck. It's just not how I trade. It's not how I trade. This was one I looked at ages ago. Yeah. It's same again. You want to be looking into a pullback, okay, and then a breakout trade is what you'd look for on these specific tokens. Whereas here, I'm not really interested. Like you got a nice reaction off the 382, but again, it's still a high time frame. A little bit of a mess with sort of price action. What is this Pippin shit? I've not traded degenerate memes in such a long time. Like this, like it's just like look at this. It's fast running itself to zero. Some of these things. I know everyone's moved to prediction markets and perps. Oh my god, dude, my nose is unbelievable right now. I need some antihistamine. Holy, something in the air, man. Yeah, I mean, like, if you caught this, congrats, but holy, bro. Like, what even is it? Look at this chart. It just looks so shit. Like, this, like, if you look at this chart compared to BTC, this is Pippin. Look at this. Like, look at this. It's just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, yeah, like manipulation, if I've ever seen it. And then you got big pump and dump. Okay. And then you got another pump. And then you got a dump. And then you got pump. And then you got multiple pumps and dumps the whole time. Yeah, I don't know. I hate trading like that. Like, look at this. There is nothing here that looks organic at all. It looks so manipulated. Like, look at the volume. Okay. You got increase in volume and then nothing. Increase in volume, then nothing. Okay. So I don't know. I'm just not interested in shit like that. I mean, congrats if you got in early and you sit in these sort of tokens and you win. That's fine. It's just not how I like to trade. Not how I like to trade at all. If you want to spend time just sitting at trenches all day at a 20% graduation rate, trying to catch the one winner of the day, that's fine. It's not for me. It's not for me. I mean, again, yeah, it's just repeat of just shit after shit. Like this, I mean, Pepe is a meme already. Like, why do we need a pump farm Pepe? It's just ridiculous. It's devs, teams, and Coles and stuff pushing the same crack like shit over and over and over again. Okay, give me a meme like 6-7. Like that makes sense. Okay, it's a viral meme. I get it. Okay, price action is. I see. This is at least organic, right? You had a run up, consolidation, big run up, consolidation. See, that's the sort of. I don't mind this, right? Where it's actually a strong meme. It's holding the 618 really nicely, actually. And you get a breakout. Okay, you got a nice breakout there. Right? But yeah, so I mean, you got high time frame resistance as well. So yeah, those are the sort of trades that I'd be looking for. But I just, again, I'm not really trading trenches right now. And I haven't for a long time. Ever since Trump launched his meme coin, it's been horrendous. And I mean, this meme, for example, Kekek, like this meme has been done that many times, hence it's at 90K. It's just not worth it. All right, let's look at abstract. I haven't looked at abstract for a while. Well, Monad, yeah, I mean Monad, good on you if you're doing memes, but again, that is manipulation. Like, look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Out of nowhere, you just have insiders or big wallets just buy a heap of this, and then look at this liquid. Like they just sell straight away into this pump. People are selling into that pump. But again, like you just slapping the word cock onto a meme, like that's just like that's not funny. That's not organic. That's not original. That's just like that's just trying to make something. It's not. I don't know. And again, this is a flog meme, but on mod. Like where and Pepe, look at this. Like, give me something funny or organic or original, and I'll buy it. Yeah, I'm just not interested. Not interested. What about where's Keita? What did Jesse even? Yeah, pump dump. Yeah, just straight to zero. I mean, this could be a breakout trade. You just keep an eye on this. Jesse on base. Okay, Jesse on base. Keep an eye on it. Maybe get a breakout above resistance at some point too. You got a higher low here for me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really interested in that. I'm actually interested in say, um, actually good stuff. Coinbase wrapped BTC. Interesting. I'm looking for Kita. What is Zora doing? Actually, I haven't looked at Zora for a while. Yeah, still below resistance. Looks like it probably wants to go lower. Kita's not on the list, but this is one that tickles my fancy, and I am curious about it. So volume still going down. Still resistance overhead hasn't broken out, but you got a high low forming there as well. So it could be a shout. I mean, maybe I should look for a long on that. Is it on my other exchange? Let's have a look. It might be. This could be a potential trade. Let's have a look. Because this is actually utility. Nah, it's only on spot. But I could buy a spot on there, so that could work. All right, maybe I'll look into that. Yeah, I need again, same thing again. Invalidation would be below here. You got a higher low forming here. Okay, your breakout targets are up here. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, I'd love to leverage. See, I love leverage trade because it means you don't have to hold the back spot and keep an eye on it all the time. You know, it's just you have your stop loss and you take profits and it just makes sense, right? All right, abstract. Have not looked at this shit for a while. I mean, it's volume that's the issue for abstract for me. Like, yeah, 46K on the largest meme. Ah, dude. I mean, nice breakout. Struggling to get above that 7.9, but it looks like it wants it. Looks like it wants it. Looks like sellers aren't really exhausted, so you are putting in a bottom here. If you have a look, like this is a rounding bottom. So maybe that is. Maybe this is our consolidation phase. Okay, and then we get that break back towards 70 mil. So maybe it's a shout longer term. Again, everything else looks horrendous. Yeah, that looks horrendous. Yeah, that looks horrendous. People always like, Greeny, why aren't you talking about abstract memes? Because they're shit and I sold. Because I sold up here before we dumped even further because protecting downside liquidity is so important. I mean, Gruner looks like it is found like a bottom. Like I know it's still below its 886, but it looks like it's finding equal lows here as well. So again, key level. Okay, key level. There's its if it holds this range, maybe you could get a breakup. But the issue is volume. $6,000 of volume. You need more volume than that. If you want to trade memes like consistently, my chart's over here. I apologize. That's why I'm not looking. Same with the red. It's the same with all these. It's going to be the same thesis with all these coins. Okay. Looks like a bottom might be starting to form. Yeah, you got equal lows currently, but again, like volume, $3,000. Like I'm someone that would trade with $3,000. So I would literally double the volume if I bought that. No, I don't like it's just not as a trader, you want volume. Okay. You want volatility. That's the point. We look at God. Yeah, again, has a higher low, but not as cleared yet. It looks like it's still figuring out where it is. Still looks like it. I think I don't know. Yeah, this looks absolutely. This is going to zero. Going to zero. But yeah. Anyways, most meme coins are probably going to zero. Yeah. I mean, even the liquidity looks. I mean, it's just a shit chart. Just a shit chart. Let's look at 4 on Binance Smart Chain. Whatever happened to it? 30 mil. Dumbola. So it looks to be, if we have a look, and we actually go to zero, let's go to zero as close as we can get to zero. Great. Yeah, so it's below the 886. But yeah, same again. This hasn't put in a new all-time low yet. So even Binance Smart Chain is still struggling with memes. So yeah, anyways, it looks like most people have moved to prediction markets, right? Or on-chain perps. Oh, Monad itself. Yeah, of course. We can look at Monad. Yeah, it looks like prediction markets. Yeah, I mean, look at this volume. It's insane. $3.5 billion of volume in a week. Like, that's stupid, right? That's absolutely stupid. What about, like, if we look at perps as well? Perps seems to be dying off a little bit more. I got invited to the synthetics. I've been so busy, man. I got so many messages I need to get back to as well. Yeah, like this has been on absolute sender recently. Everyone's just moved from meme coins to perps or prediction markets. It's as clear as that. Um, but as you can see here, yeah, it's still cooling off a little bit. It's still cooling off a little bit. But it looks like maybe, yeah, still volume's decent over there. So you just got to watch and see, well, are we like, yeah, like what's the next trend? There's no real emerging trend right now at all. No real emerging trend right now at all. So yeah, these are sort of things to just keep an eye out. All right, Mon. You had the breakout. I spoke about this literally last week with Craig. I said you might get a low time frame breakout, but it'll probably be a lower high in the scheme of things. And yeah, that's played out exactly the same as Meteora. Where's that? Here. Exactly the same as Meteora, where you had a breakout. Okay, you had a breakout, lower high. People sold into that, and it's still continuing down. So very similar playbook. I mean, it's the same. Like, look at all these airdrops. Look at them. They're all the same. Okay, all the same. That's Plasma. That's Monad. That's Meteora. They haven't found a bottom yet. You could argue Meteora. You could argue it has had a structure break here. You've got a higher low. So that could be interesting to keep an eye on as well. Probably clear invalidation below there. And then you'd be targeting probably back towards the highs. So this could be interesting. I know it's probably not the best entry, but even just a swing trade to the 0.5 potentially could do. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, already paid for that. Yeah, I mean, it's 1.9 at current entry, so maybe keep an eye if you could get a better entry than that. But I mean, something like that, even back to 382, 1.23, not great. Yeah, so yeah, give me a high low again. Maybe I get interested. Maybe I get interested. You could be more aggressive, put your stop loss below this low, because that would technically be a break as well. So you could go instead, you could say, oh, dude, I hate that stop being so big on my screen, bro. Yeah, so something like this, right? Where it's like, okay, even if you swing trade to that, it's still 1.6 to the 382 of this little mini range here from the high of the 24th of October. So again, you can look for this, but are you going to get stopped out? You might get stopped out. That's the query with it. So it depends what big bad BTC wants to do. Oh, we've rejected a little bit from 94 or 93, high 93. That's exactly where the yearly open is. Monday high. Okay, monthly open, yearly open is, let's just, for some reason, this silly thing won't make it white for me. Like, make it white, bro. Or even yellow. Like, just give me a different color. Okay. Nah, it's still black. Why is it black? Okay, so it's there. And let me just change that to YO so it's a bit easier for us to read. Okay. All right, so it's basically, let me try and get it really, you guys can't see that, but the black line is about there. Black is literally the worst color you can have. I mean, Monday range could be, yeah, no, we're well away from Monday range. Well away from Monday range. Anyways, okay. So yeah, I mean, we're rejected from the yearly open and the golden pocket. So big level, big level, big level. I mean, you got FVG up here as well on the daily, so I should write about that. Excuse me. Let me write in you. Let me write. Thank you. Text. FVG day. Make it a bit smaller. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so again, these are high time frame levels. High time frame levels. Not even just low time frame, but very high time frame levels. So it depends what BTC wants to do. Depends what BTC wants to do. Mate, OZ Gamer, Greeny, my boy, let's go. Afternoon live streams, yes. Never get to sit on the morning ones because I'm on site. You're a king, homie. You! Well, hopefully you get to watch back the replays, legend. Hopefully, I hope you watch back the replays. Yeah, I was thinking like while Craig's overseas in New Zealand for the next couple of weeks, maybe I'd change the time and run a few streams, obviously at the normal time in the mornings, but then try and run a stream maybe even later than this. It's just my wife comes home from work, so she always would appreciate if I'm not working, right? Even though I do work in the evenings, I don't run my streams in the evenings, but maybe I should. Maybe I should run back. I mean, back in the meme coin era, the Twitch streams I used to run. Now I know we're on Kick now, but the Twitch streams I used to run were around this time of the day or a little bit later, and that was super fun. We had mad time doing those, so maybe I should run it back. Maybe I should run it back. All right, guys. Well, we might end it soon unless there's any more requests specifically for any charts. But guys, obviously, if you enjoy this time difference and enjoyed this time zone of me like streaming, let me know and I could maybe run that for the rest of the week as well. I maybe have, yeah, I want to interview one guy who's a fellow Aussie, and then maybe I get a trader from GTG on as well. We'll see. We shall see. um, easy, 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 easy. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, cool. All right. Any other requests, guys? I'll give it a minute or two. If not, Mrs. Greeny will be home soon, and I better hang out with her. And then I got to still record some shorts today and some reels. We are battling that area, hey. We are overextending the daily. Could be a nice short here. I think Stingray and GTG is short. Let me have a check. Let me check. What's his levels of short? Do I trade commodities? No. Aussie in GTG is the only one that. Oh no, a few other like Americans trader. I don't trade any of that stuff. I really want to in the future get into swing trading everything. I'm just so obsessed with crypto and fully exposed to crypto that that's just my personal um preference right now. I just prefer crypto. All right, so I don't mind a short here potentially. It's risky business. But let's have a look. Very risky. Might just go small position. Um, what price is 93.3, 94.5. Yeah. Oh, dude, I just don't know where to put my stop, boys. That's and girls, boys and girls. Like that's such a high time frame level. So 94.5. Yeah, I mean that's above the golden pocket of the range. Do we have a breaker candle over here? Not really. Mm, 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 mm. Ah. All right, all right. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Oh my god, we dumped so quick already. Goodness, it was at 94 not long ago. Yeah, okay. Might be worth it. Might be worth a punt. Might be worth a punt here. Not gonna share it on screen though. That's for GTG members only. If you want to join GTG, guys, I know more people might be waking up now. More people might be joining us now as well. All right, join us at GTG if you want. All right. Hold on, I'm reading chat. Okay, Shuey, good afternoon, legend. We moon, yeah. I mean, we had a really nice reaction. Ha ha ha! I did not I can't speak. Realize I'm on the other YouTube account. It's Duffishing, baby. Yeah, Legend. I know who you are. Always watching those saved ones. Appreciate everything you do, mate. Appreciate you, Legend. Appreciate you. Trading commodities on perps is really solid, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. I personally, again, I just haven't ever really done that. My trading background is crypto, so people in GTG, they come from commodities, they come from stocks, they come from equities, they come from that world, currencies, whatever. I don't. So that's the big difference between us. ETH, we looked at ETH earlier at the show. You have to watch the replay, but I'll do a quick look. Basically, it bounced from the 0.5. But again, you got high time frame levels here that you want to see hold. Like again, it's all three top majors right now are coming into very important levels. Very important levels. Yeah, I wish I looked at this chart like literally like not like even not that long ago, like half an hour ago, and I would have looked at that probably at the yearly open. Oh, we're rejecting the yearly open. We're overextended here on the hourly, 2 hourly, getting close to the 4 hourly, but not quite. Yeah, big key level here. Key level here. You guys are preparing and are already cautiously optimistic. Yeah, I've said that for a while. But do you reckon you just accumulate cash till 26, just continue? It's so hard, man. I know it's all about IRL. Like for me, right? We're trying to say like the reason I've been more cautious recently and haven't been trading actively on chain is one, it's been shit. The volume's been horrendous. The opportunities haven't been there. Basically, since Trump launched a meme, I spoke about that for months. And anybody who's traded memes either had insider information, got lucky, gambled, or are on the dev insider again, bundled side of it, right? Manipulated. Anyway, I'm making money over there. It's crazy. Copy trading. That's the other one. So we haven't traded that all year, or I personally haven't traded it. I know certain people have been winning. I know J Dude, who's a trader in GTG, he's been crushing it on like 6-7, on Bullish, on a few others more recently. So I mean, it's great. There's still opportunities there. Again, my time is valuable, and I'm trading a market where I know I have an edge. I know I have probability. I know I can read the charts and give confidence to them. Because on-chain volume has been so poor, I haven't been trading a lot on-chain. So for me, IRL right now, we're trying to potentially buy a house. So I need to think, okay, well, how much money do I need to save to potentially have a deposit? How much money do I need to have a salary for myself for the next 2 or 3 years so I can keep doing this full time without even any more income coming in? All those sort of things. So I've been more optimistically cautious, but I did buy some spot yesterday. Bought spot at 86K BTC. I bought spot ETH at 2.6K and spot Solana at 127. So I did buy a nice little chunk there. I'm happy to hold that for now. If we like, I'm happy to hold that. So in the cause that we rally back towards like 110, right? And if we do that, then that'll be like a really nice like here. That's a 25% move. Say that's I can't remember how much it was, but say that's $10,000. That's $2,500 from a trade, right? So I'm happy with a small high time frame trade like that at this point in time. Or I'm happy to hold all that from those levels as a high time frame, multiple year sort of thing for ETH, BTC, and SOL, and just maybe I chuck that on a ledger and start to accumulate slowly like that. I don't know. These are all decisions I'm making as well. But yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. It depends on you. It depends on you as well. Like how long, like, do you want to try and actively trade it? Do you want to try and out trade BTC, the rest of the market? I mean, if you look at BTC versus most altcoins, it is down, right? Like, well, the trend, right? I mean, if we look at Sol, for example, like the trend is against you. The trend is still like over time, even this cycle, even though this cycle, right? Even though this cycle was Solana cycle and I made a lot of money from this breakout trade here against Ethereum and BTC, it is still technically a lower high in the scheme of things. Here's the monthly chart. Like, look at this chart. Like, it's still lower highs in the scheme of things. So you could say that, yeah, like there's the overhead resistance there. So it's sort of like that, right? So yeah, it's the interesting part. It's the interesting part of trading crypto is like, well, ultimately over time, like, sure, if you can capture a trend like we did in GTG here on, say, Solana outperforming BTC, great trade. If you can't, play the long-term game. Play the long-term game. All right, chat. Thanks for hanging with me. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Have a lovely, what day of the week is it? Thursday. Have a lovely Thursday wherever you are around the world. It is the same day because we're streaming in the afternoon here. Maybe I'll run another stream in the afternoon. Let me know as the outro goes and the outro plays. Do you like me streaming at this time of the day? Should I stream a little bit later than now? Or should I go back to our streams at a normal time like Craig is away? He's away for 2 weeks. So let me know. Let me know. All right. Talk soon, guys. Appreciate all of you. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. I'll post tomorrow what time I go live. I'll let you know. Peace out. Thanks for hanging with me.